name is Jayla Siciliano, and I'm the founder of Bonafare. I'm looking for $150,000 for 35% of my company. Okay, now I'm gonna guess that most of you sharks like to drink wine and also care about your health. I'm one of over 50 million Americans who feels the same way. Mark, I have put everything I have into this. I'm laser focused, I am 100% dedicated. I'm the most resourceful person you'll come across.
What's the one thing you need?
The one thing I need, exposure and contacts. It took me, as I said, a year to get into Whole Foods. I know I'll get a distributor. I know I could get into Costco if I really try, but I know that with your help, I could get there a lot faster.
Okay, I like you. I'm not an expert in the wine business, but I like the category. I'll make you an offer. I'll offer you the $150,000 for 35%.
Mark, I will take it.
You are a tough negotiator.
I am. I'm tough as hell.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited about it. My wife would love it too.
I don't think Mark gets the concept of Shark Tank.
You take small businesses and you make them into big businesses. That's the concept of Shark Tank, right?
You're so tough, Mark.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Good luck. Congratulations.
Being here today, getting this opportunity, and then getting to deal with Mark makes me realize every single day, every tear, every struggle has been totally worth it.
The producer came in, she's like, "You're up, you're gonna get to pitch next." And so I was the second to last person to pitch on the last day of filming for the season. So I literally make the deal, and they kind of like dump you in the alley, you know, with my little supplies, and I'm walking back to my car. Did that really just happen? It's so weird. And then you can't talk about it. So I ended up doing 4 to 5 months of due diligence with Mark's attorneys, and we finally closed in February. And then it was just waiting to get the air date. So it is definitely the worst part about the whole process is it's just torture waiting, and there's no guarantees. They said until you see yourself up on TV, there's no guarantee, you know, that your episode will air. So it was a long process, but you know, it was worth it, I guess. Definitely worth it.
This is the first thing that I wanted to know when I got into this. I'm like, well, where did angel investing come from? Angel investing, angel investor came from the 1900s, from the backers of Broadway shows, okay? When I heard that, I immediately thought, oh my God, the producers. If anyone ever saw the Broadway show or the movie, you know, what they did is, the producers, is they raised a ton of money for this Broadway show that they hoped would flop so they could keep all the money. Okay, that's not what angel investing is. We want to invest in startups that are going to build and going to be very committed entrepreneurs that are going to, hopefully, God willing, have their company be sold or go public, and we all have a fabulous return. But that's where it comes from. But anyway, in terms of being an angel, the opportunity that I really value as an investor is to have access to the company, access to the CEO, access to company information, and wherever you're investing, to make sure that you ask for that. And then to analyze it. And don't doubt yourself in terms of understanding the business. If you are not an expert, ask others who are. For example, one of the companies we founded was Surgical Theater, which was 3D flight simulation technology from the F-16 applied to brain surgery. Okay.
So let's get into money. Raising money, tell us some stories about the business.
So I did okay in my last life, so I funded the first few years myself, and then I ran out of money because it was not moving as fast as I wanted. And I literally do not recommend this to anyone, but I put everything I had and then some into the business. And then I started raising capital. And it was very hard. Everyone wanted to tell me if I did this different, they would invest. So everyone would hear the story and they tell me what to change, but they wouldn't write the check. And that's endemic in angel investing. It actually, but VC investing too. But I ended up being quite successful by standards in raising money. I've raised $19 million with angels. Turns out that's not a smart thing to do for many reasons that are much more complicated than you want to hear here. But once you've done that, it's really hard to raise VC money because you've got this $19 million that's before them, and they don't like that. So raise as little as you can before you go to the institutions, if you can. But also, the exact opposite is raise as much as you can to get the job done. So it's a very hard decision about how to do it. One key lesson that I would say is you never need as many people as you think. You never need to spend as much as you're spending, and try to act like every dime is your last. Because then later, it'll make a huge difference both to how much stock you still have and to how enthusiastic other people will be when they want to invest.
As Melina mentioned, this is my fourth startup, Real Qualified. I have raised money from all of these types of companies. I mean, and it's so fantastic. The first one I did was in 95, and there wasn't a great ecosystem like this, so this is absolutely wonderful. The first one I did was in the crazy.com days, where I raised 20 million, and we were based in San Diego, and we had offices in Chicago, New York, and Washington, D.C., and I was in Washington, D.C. when September 11th happened. But just a different time. And with types of money raised from debt, angel, strategic, as well as venture, institutional venture. So lots of lessons learned.